Well, the joke's on him. The Wall Street Journal just reporting exclusively this evening that Secretary of State Marco Rubio told lawmakers in a closed-door discussion that President Trump wants to buy Greenland and that military action is not imminent.
Joining us now is House Intelligence Committee member, Florida Congressman Greg Steube. Congressman, great to see you. I just want to go right to you with that exclusive from the Wall Street Journal. Secretary Rubio saying the goal here is to buy Greenland, to make a deal, not invade it. You know, you're a lawmaker. What are you hearing? What's your reaction to that?
Yeah, you're exactly right. This is something that would be diplomatic. And the Greenland Prime Minister of Denmark had stated that they're open to allowing the military personnel to open some more bases. I think the real concern is having China and Russia influence there as well. Strategically, if you look at a map from a global perspective, Greenland is a very strategic place for us to have assets to be able to defend ourselves against some type of attack. And the president and the administration is very right to focus on that. But I think you're correct. A diplomatic solution there. The secretary has talked about a diplomatic solution there, either purchasing or working out some type of agreement where Russia and China is not allowed to operate on Greenland, but we are allowed to operate our bases in the way that we see fit.
Again, it's an issue of focusing on the security need, the reasonableness of this maneuver, Congressman, rather than the way President Trump sometimes chooses to express himself. I don't understand. The Democrats have to know that, but they just choose to get upset at the way President Trump speaks sometimes because that makes it easy for them because they don't have to think.
Right, and it gives them some opportunity to go to the mainstream media and the fake news to be able to say whatever item they're wanting to talk about, and then it gets blown up as to some big issue, and then it's mischaracterized like we saw the Russia collusion hoax go on for years. So that's obviously out of the Democratic playbook. The secretary has made it clear that they're trying to diplomatically establish a foothold there from a safety and security standpoint. It is It's vital for our country to have some type of security there and to have some type of relationship with Greenland there. And I think that's the goal moving forward. And I think it'd be very beneficial for Denmark to work with us on that and exclude bad actors like China and Russia from having access to Greenland.
You know, do you think Denmark will, Congressman? I'm reading a lot about how, you know, they're warning of the end of NATO, right? And Europe's in a tizzy. Do you think Denmark will want to find a way to play ball on this?
Well, I mean, one of the quotes I saw from the prime minister was that they were willing to work with the United States as it relates to having more assets and bases on Greenland, which I think is a good step in the right direction. I mean, ultimately, it is a very strategic place for us. It is very close to the United States geographically, and it's something that obviously the president and our administration is very interested in having some type of safety and security protection there, which I would think that they would understand. And I would think that there would be some type of deal that can be worked out. If anybody can do it, President Trump can do it.
We've got the world's largest gold reserves, which are increasing in value. We've got some assets to throw around these days. Congressman, so President Trump this morning addressed the members of the House GOP. I watched, I'd say, the majority of what he had to say. He was en fuego. And I think one of the messages that was crystal clear to you guys was you better get on the stick and do a better job of communicating all the great stuff that he's doing to the American people, because if you let the Democrats take over, he's getting impeached again.
Amen, and you're exactly right. If the Democrats take over, that's exactly what they're going to do. They've already tried to do it. I got elected in 2018 when we lost the House and Pelosi took over, and I sat on the Judiciary Committee through 2 impeachments. So I was able to defend the president there, and that's absolutely what the Democrats are going to do if they take the majority again. But you're right. There's so many great things that we can talk about that we need to be focused on as we are now transitioning into a campaign year in November. So we need to talk about the one big, beautiful bill that passed and all the benefits that are going to happen to the American people because of that. And the American people are going to be seeing that extra $6,000 tax credit if they're on Social Security. They're going to be seeing those no tax on tips as we come into tax season this March. And it's going to be a huge economic economic benefit to the country and to Americans, that they're going to see the great things that we were able to get done last year and the effect of that this year.
Well, you got your marching orders this morning, Congressman. Good to see you. Thanks for being with us today. We appreciate your perspective.